It's revealed at the morning of the movie. 300 times have passed since the conclusion of the global discordance called the World War. This suggests that a world war passed within the once 300 times. The war redounded in wide devastation across the earth. A spaceship filled with individualities from colorful nations is described. It's revealed that the spaceship's occupants have been discarding their waste on Earth. One day, a scientist discovers a robot in the trash. It wasn't an usual robot, but one of its sort, which is equal corridor mortal and engine. This scientist transports the robot to his home by lifting it, and he fixes the robot faultlessly. It's exercised to construct a new body. The following day, that robot, which was a womanish, awakens, and it was thrilled to admit a new body. The womanish robot also asked the scientist, "Who am I? How did I get then? Where did I come from?" The scientist is ignorant of the origin of the woman. So the croaker tells it nobody. But Croaker precisely tells it, "Your half body was bloodied when we set up you in the trash. Still, your mind was sound. Latterly, we mended your body. It indicates that a new mortal body has been attached to you." The croaker also shows it the world. That womanish robot gets agitated, viewing this megacity. It also shows a regard of the spacecraft. She inquires from the scientist, "What exactly is it? Is this a real world?" The croaker tells it, "It was the last remaining megacity after World War, and its name is Sky City." Sky City has come a largely dishy destination with a peaceful and pleasurable life that everyone aspires to, because upper class resides there while lesser class inhabits in our world. Also, the croaker names that robot. He says, "Your name is Alita, now on." Alita is delighted, ascertaining its name. The robot croaker also informs Alita that all residers of our land work for Sky City, because Sky City has numerous fields, diligence, and manufactories. After this, Alita meets a boy named Hugo. Hugo respects Alita's body, seeing it, because its body was robotic, which was strong enough. Alita and Hugo are befriended acceptably. At the same night, a girl is boggled in that megacity. Really, there was a career miscreant in that megacity who exercised to end maids after grabbing them. Latterly, he exercised to vent their body corridor. At the same night, Alita substantiations Croaker, who was returning to home from Nearly. Alita observes that scientists' grasp are race-stained. Seeing, it doubts that Croaker may be the killer behind the past murders of Megacity. In the following day, scientist woman appears to meet him, because they were disassociated. Then it's revealed that the acclimated mortal body with Alita. In fact, it's the body of his son. His son was no more, so it bestowed her body to Alita. After that, Hugo invites Alita to join him in the game, and this game was well-given game of the megacity. Alita fascinates others while rollicking this game impeccably. Alita also wins that game. Hugo takes Alita at his stylish loved position latterly. It was the tent of a structure where the presence of entire megacity could be viewed, and Sky City was also appearing nearer from then. There's also a biggest tube. Hugo tells that all objects come on the earth from Sky City through this tube. I'm floundering hard-bitten to go to the Sky City. I'll surely reach there. Alita asks, "How does this Sky City look?" Hugo says to it, "In fact, Croaker had discovered you from the scrap, and that scrap was of that Sky City. It implies that you began from Sky City." But Alita didn't retain a little mind about it, and she had forgotten her history. Really, she had lost her mind. Coming day, Croaker goes out of the house, and Alita is chasing him. Alita understands then that the croaker isn't a killer. He is still a hunter. Warrior. Hunter soldiers are those who end the culprits. Also, dead bodies of the laborers are taken to the plant latterly. A heavy price is entered in the position of them. Then, Alita knows about the reality of the croaker. At the same time, the periodical killer approaches there. He was the same homicide who was killing the maids, but he lived in the megacity. Also, Alita valiantly confronts that killer. It beats enough which compels him to vanish. While Alita succeeds to kill the other killer, also Croker and Alita, shift to the plant, taking that killer's head, where they get the price of $20 in possession of that head. Latterly, Croker reveals his tale to Alita. How did he come to be known as Hunter Legionnaire, and what caused it to be? He tells, it's the story of that time, when my woman, son, and I exercised to reside together. One day they made a robot, and that robot kidnapped their son, coming into their house. After this episode, that Croker infuriated enough on that robot, and the Croker bloodied his own made robot. Also the Croker came, Hunter, Legionnaire, right after that. Also a man comes on the scene named Vector. In fact, Vector was the head of the blood game. It was Vector who exercised to arrange this game. Doctor's woman can also be discerned with Vector. Then it's revealed that Croker's woman is rollicking a trick escorting Vector, because Vector had vowed her that he'll shoot her to the Sky City. The Croker's woman is a Croker herself and is assumed by Vector as well. Also, the same robot is shown off who was spoiled by Alita. That robot moves to Vector. It tells him that Alita is the cause behind my body deformation. Vector says ill to the robot, opining, have you come ago after being beaten by a little girl? Robot reveals that isn't a little girl but strongest. Vector says to the robot, now it's your charge that you have to bring Alita before me after defacing it. Also, Hugo takes Alita to view that blood game. He also tells Alita, the winner of this game is transferred to Sky City. Ascertaining it, Alita gets agitated. Also, Hugo takes Alita to show off a boat. He explains, it's the boat of the adversaries from 300 times ago. That boat fascinates Alita when she casts a regard at it. So, Alita moves to that boat, bounding into the water. Alita also discovers a high technological body in the boat. Alita returns to the Croker, taking that body. He says to the Croker, fix this body with it, replacing. It means acclimate this body with my head. But Croker refuses to bear it out. He tells, this body is mighty, having fixed munitions with it. You'll come consequently foreboding if this body will be fixed with you. Too impending, that you'll kill the people and ruin the world. Alita becomes ambitious, facing this turn down. Latterly, Alita moves to the plant. Going there, it decides that it's also Hunter, warrior. Now on, it goes to a club along with Hugo. All Nimrods of the megacity were there, and it provokes everyone that we should annihilate the robot of Vector, because it's the same homicide who has taken the lives of the exclusive megacity, and it's also ending other people. One of the Nimrods makes Alita a screaming stock. He says, having a little size, how will you kill someone, and how have you come a hunter, warrior? Ascertaining it, Alita beats him while defying enough, and he's fallen backside. Witnessing it, all Nimrods are left shocked. Meanwhile, Vector's robot appears there, which had swelled in size now, because Croker's woman had raised it. Coming there, that robot assaults Alita. And Alita also attacks it in return, and that robot enters a lair to save his life. Also, Alita also moves to that secret position while chasing him. A tough fray is held between both of them. In the end, that robot spoils Alita, and it dismembers its body. At the same time, Hugo and the Croker arrive there. When they brazened the robot, they beat it, and they burn its body. Also, that robot flees from there in order to secure its life. Croker brings Alita's bloodied body at home. Alita's body had completely bloodied. Having no option, that Croker fixes that body with Alita, which he discovered from the boat, coming morning when Alita awakens. It feels comfortable because it had got a new body. It was potent and equipped, and the conflagration can also be produced through that body. Getting this new body, Alita feels happiness. The coming day, Alita goes to meet Hugo to disclose her robotic body. Observing its seasoned body, Hugo likes it and feels good. He's also impressed. Then, Hugo reveals to Alita, I want to go to Sky City soon, but everyone needs grudges to go there. And these grudges can be gained after killing someone or winning the blood game. Ascertaining it, Alita gives its robotic heart to Hugo, pulling it out. And it says, "Take my robotic heart, vend it." In this expressway, you'll get some grudges. Also, you may go to Sky City. And the robotic heart of Alita isn't an usual one, but it possesses important authority. And that robotic heart is as stronger that this megacity may mileage the electricity for numerous months from this robotic heart, because this robotic heart contains energetic shafts. But Hugo forbids to take Alita's robotic heart. He says, "I do not need it. You may keep it safe in your enjoyment, because your robotic heart is veritably necessary." He says, "You should take portion in blood game, because I'm sure that you may win the blood. We both will remove to the Sky City if you win the game." Ascertaining it, Alita incontinently warrants, and she gets ready to take portion in the game, and she demanded to bear it out for Hugo because of her affections for him. Latterly, Vector arrives on the scene, who hires the Nimrods and labors to end Alita. He says to everyone, "In case you kill Alita in blood, also I'll give you 5 million grudges," which is introductory to go to Sky City. Also that Huntsman is discerned, who had been beaten in the club by Alita, and he demanded to take vengeance from Alita on his demotion. Now he was going to take this vengeance from Hugo, ending a man he alleges, Hugo. Now, Hugo was under the allegation to end someone. As a result, he'd started to turn felonious. Alita, on the other phase, appears, who had taken a portion in blood which was going to start. All labors in the blood come adversaries of Alita. So they assault Alita. But Alita was also equal to them, so she continues to kill them, defying them one by one. Also, Alita receives the cry of Hugo. He tells that Huntsman has come my adversary, and he wants to end my life. Also, Alita goes to deliver Hugo, leaving that blood. Reaching there, Alita beats the Huntsman violently, the Huntsman. While it's revealed in the entire megacity that Hugo has come a miscreant, he was also demanded, as the capturer will get $30 as a price. Also, the megacity police arrive there to end Hugo. Because everyone was agreed on this point of prospect that Hugo is a felonious, so it's essential to end him. Consequently, all enunciate to Alita. Set Hugo into death, but Alita doesn't kill him. But the Huntsman ends. Hugo, attacking with a brand. And Hugo is taking his last breaks then. At first presence, Hugo is perfected. Also, Croker's woman comes there, who says to Alita, "Slash Hugo's head, because we will acclimate a body with his head, and we will make him a robot," because Croker's woman had turned into a gentle lady now, and she demanded to do it so that Hugo may regenerate again. So, Alita has been serving the same now. She dismantles Hugo's head in front of the entire. Latterly, it takes Hugo's head to the Croker, where Croker fixes another body with Hugo's head after his operation. As a result, Hugo is renewed again. Hugo and Alita get agitated because Hugo had the robotic body, now like Alita. Alita is grasped by the Croker that Vector defrauds everyone, because he promises to shoot you to Sky City after deceiving you with a voluminous sum of plutocrat. Indeed, no mortal goes to Sky City paying the quantum of plutocrat, and no bone can go to Sky City. But only the occupants of Sky City can go there and also inhabit there, and the winner of blood can go to the Sky City from this world. Else, no can visit there. Doctor also tells Alita, "My woman and I had born in the Sky megacity, and we had landed then for the treatment of our son. After that, they entangled then. Ascertaining it, Alita gets angry, and she leaves to kill Vector. Alita directly moves to the plant, and she's charged by the motors of Vector.